Welcome to Navajo Sage Weaver Tarot's channel. Thank you everybody for coming to the channel. This is a reading for my dear Aries. I'm going to shake the gourd to move any stagnation, and I already pre-shuffled and pulled the cards, and so we already have a storyline. We'll see what the cards are telling us for Aries. All right. So, Aries, we are beginning here with the Strength card. And so maybe you're starting some sort of journey, right? Some sort of inner strength, some sort of determination that you're doing, maybe something within yourself. You have the lamb here and you have the lion face here, and so there's like some sort of in between, maybe that you're working on within yourself, and your fiery spirit, and that energy that gives you encourage, pushes you forward. So we have the infinity sign here, if that means anything to anybody. And then the next card here, we have the Muse of Inspiration. And so this energy here, here you are walking, with this energy of the strength. And you have two beings here who are using their element, the fire. And then you have the full moon here. And they're saying, come on, Aries. You have the wings here that are on these spiritual guides that are going to help you, Aries, in this journey that you decided to go into, whether it's within yourself, or maybe you're doing something that's going to help you in the long run. And so your spirit guides here are, they're giving you encouragement. They're trying to find ways to maybe spark or give you some sort of ignite your your creativity within you, And then here, with the Three of Cups, Aries, we have maybe some friends, some, people that are close that, that support us, that give us some sort of encouragement. We're celebrating, we're getting that motivation, right, to whatever our journey our journey is here, Aries. And sometimes that's, that's good to also manifest, is, not saying going out and, just going out and having a good time without altering your being, can help you manifest things in your life sometimes. having that good energy, feeling good. So then here we have the 6 of inspiration. You're here finding, trying to boost that confidence within yourself, whatever you're working on, whatever you're, whether it's within yourself, sometimes we have different characters within our beings that sometimes we don't want to have people see, and sometimes we want people to see more of. And so learning how to work with your emotions around people, sometimes our character. So maybe, moving, working with something within yourself or a project, and then you have another three of cups. Whatever this is, you're finding a way to find that inspiration, that celebration. And Aries, something your spirit guides are pulling you in those directions. Maybe, giving you strength to go out, right? To go out into and socialize. Maybe you've been inside, and so spirit's trying to say, hey, sometimes being alone is okay, but we need to be around people. And then you have the Emperor here. The Emperor is, finding that leadership within yourself, that guiding others, maybe, right? Maybe people want to be around the Aries, and because of this energy that you're bringing in here. And so here, this energy of the Emperor, maybe people are watching you, Aries, and you don't even know. And, you're inspiring others, with your strength, with whatever you are working on, whether it's yourself or, a project or, something that's, got some people's attention here. And then we have the 9 of emotions, that you're finding that fulfillment within your accomplishments, your goals. You're feeling that positive impact. That, maybe your community, right? These 3 of cups here. Aries is feeling it. The impact, maybe touch somebody's spirit in some way. Maybe you shared a story or, you know, um, something that inspired somebody. And so spirit is saying here, just for being and going out, and you inspired somebody. And sometimes, we don't even see that because maybe you're so busy that you don't even see that. And so so now you're at the 6 of wands, feeling coming in and having your spirit guides around you, these deers telling you, you know, what's your next step, Aries? Right? And then the Seven of Pentacles. You got off the horse and you went up in the tree, and now, you're sitting here reflecting on this, whatever the moon was. This, you have it in your hand. Here, you're not even looking at it. And here, you're surrounded by it. And now, your spirit guides are saying, Aries, sit and look at it. You know, here you have the Seven of Pentacles, you know, figuring out what you're going to do, where you're going to be, your trees full of all these fruit, flowers. You've been busy and sometimes maybe not looking at how much your tree is growing and giving you all this. So spirit saying, you need to sit and reflect on it sometimes. Because here, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands sometimes can tell us that, you know, maybe this here, it seems this small, right? It's this small, but when you're working at it and it feels so huge sometimes that, it feels like it's hard to push it up the hill because there's a lot of, responsibility, expectation. And so sometimes spirit, you know, puts us to that test. What you're working towards, what you're looking at, do you really want it? How bad? Because if you really want it, you'll push it up. But if you don't, you'll give up and then you'll go do something else. So sometimes, we're in that testing, looking back at the things that we have done, celebrating. And then you have the Two of Wands here, you got this feels really huge here, then and now you're sitting on the house with it in your hands, and it's not so big, and it's the world, your world, Aries. Maybe you're facing some sort of decision, trying to carefully plan something, right? That's future base. You get the world and the moon here. Trying to figure out how can it not feel like the Ten of Wands where it feels like it's so heavy sitting here making that decision. And then you have the Page of Swords standing up high, in the embracing all this, all these books and knowledge that, maybe you were working towards or reading or gathering information, your resources, and holding this dandelion scene where, your next step is, right? Here you're reflecting on it. The Six of Inspiration. Now you're at the space here where you can blow your dandelion and, wherever it lands, you can you can go in that space. You can go there. And spirit is letting you know, yeah, sometimes feels that way. But when you get there, it'll feel light like a dandelion. So look how the different ways these items here feel to you. So now there's this reflection of, your knowledge, your skills. What are you going to do, Aries? Where are you going to focus? Where are you going to put your energy? All that you have been working towards. And then Aries here went in hermit mode, you know, going within, having that time to look within yourself, discovering new resources, right? Because we accomplished something here with the Page of Swords, and so it brings you to a new space, something that maybe you never really dealt with in your life, and so gives you a different way of having different opportunities. Because the King of Pentacles worked really hard, you know, all that working really hard is starting to pay off, and you're starting to see it, and maybe it's, you know, making you reflect in some way, and spirit saying, it's okay, you know, when you work hard, in this society, in this world, things change when you graduate, when you um, accomplish something, like if you're trying to, better yourself in your job, in your whatever, you have different choices, and so it makes you reflect within yourself, makes you look within. How do you carry yourself? And so you're in the space of, like, yeah, and you're proud, and, feeling, maybe a little bit more secured than what you normally felt, Aries. And then here with the Two of Wands, you're sitting here contemplating on some choices. Again, your world got small, you're like, wow, sit here and carefully make and plan my choice for the future, whether it's finding a job, or, a project, or um, figure out what your next step is, right? Because now um, the season's changing too. It's starting to become that spring time where, where you want to be able to go out and do things, and, you know, uh, have a different, your body reacts differently, so maybe, there's choices in that, right? Traveling And, maybe, you're deciding to do something to, give you another challenge, right? And then you have the the Knight of Emotions here. This cards, the spirits, saying follow your heart, Aries, and create work, that really is who you are, that you resonate with. You never know. Just being you, Aries, sometimes can help others. When you're just being yourself, sometimes your things resonate with other people. Or like if you're in a good space, or um people resonate with you in some way. So then we have the King of Swords here. Somebody who is strategizing. This king is he's not gonna fool around. He's gonna make good, a good decision that pushes his career forward. And he's gonna figure out that any obstacles that come in Aries' way, Aries is gonna bring that King of Swords out. You're over here, work really hard. You went into your hermit, come out of it. You're seeing yourself differently. The King of Pentacles, reflecting on all the things that you worked really hard on, and now you're like, Aries is like, you can come over here. You better watch out, because I'll cut your hand off. You know, and so, and you're going to make those decisions. You're gonna, whatever it takes to protect that kingdom of yours. Then right next you have, the Emperor, bringing you know, that leadership here. He's got, sitting here, um, in leadership, sharing all that knowledge here with others, helping others, whatever you learn, whatever you were working towards, whatever, now you're sharing it, and you feel really good about it, Aries. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. You're feeling that, you know, want to inspire others. And then you're practicing, right? When you teach a dog how to sit, you have to practice and practice and practice before it realize that, oh, it's gonna give me a snack, so I don't have to I just have to sit. So the more that you practice, um, you can share your resource, right? And so with the Six of Pentacles here, you can give back, to your community in some way. And here, the energy of the Four of Inspiration, um, celebrating, finding joy, connecting with connecting with your higher self, maybe your ancestors. Maybe there's 4 people you connect with in this spiritual aspect, right? Maybe it's something you practice to keep you in this King of Swords so that way, it doesn't feel overwhelming. And then we have, because you have to have that stability, right? And you have to learn how to be generous with yourself and learn how to go into the hermit mode. And so maybe you do meditation in some sort of way, or maybe you but you separate yourself, right? If you look at this image, it looks like the earth is separated. So maybe you separate yourself and you go into this meditate state to help you. And then when you do that, it brings you out Aries and, you know, brings you to the star energy because you have big dreams, and you continue to work, work day and night. You got your candle here. And then you have the three of swords. Maybe heartbreak or some sort of disappointed, right? Something, maybe your project, there was some disappointment, some sort of something that didn't go through, or something that caused an obstacle. And it was kind of out of the blues and just kind of struck you. Um, and so now, it tests your uh, your strength, and so you're cutting it and letting it go. And you're saying, okay, I learned, I had to sit with it. It was just, something I could carry. I wasn't looking at it here too. And then spirit made you sit with it. Then spirit made you feel it. And you started going within, talking about it. You know, it came out with something, and then looking at it again and had a different perception of it. And so now you're like, okay, this is my test. This is my lesson here. And now I just have to let it go. And because if I don't let it go, this 8 of Swords here is going to make me feel trapped and constrained, and, you're going to struggle. And sometimes we have to feel this way, this 8 of Swords, because if we don't feel that way, then we don't learn how to get out of it. So maybe you have, and so maybe you don't want to be in that circumstance again. You don't want to feel caged. You don't want to feel like you have to find a way out again. And it's overcoming obstacles, and then having to navigate it, with the 7 of Voices here, having to navigate all those challenges, and listen to your intuition, and uncovering truth, and and then sometimes we get off the path, right? Here you got the fox, are all over the place, and your path is here. Spirit, your guides are here letting you walk in, and they got your back, you know but you have to walk off the path in order for them to step in and, reflect something that you didn't see, that they were trying to make you see in that moment. So, Aries, just want to say that is your message, and I am going to pull. Let's do this. I'm going to pull a daily healing for you. And it says, know thyself. It is the most important task you have. All right, Aries, I'm going to say that is your message. Thank you for allowing me to do your reading today. And Hojana has clean, Hojana has clean, Hojana has clean, Hojana has clean. Ahya.